What motivates me to work at Family Building Blocks is probably my history. I grew up in the foster care system and was lucky to be adopted by a loving family, and I've always felt so grateful for that experience, and my siblings and I were able to stay together, and I think that is so uncommon. And so Family Building Blocks' mission of keeping children safe and families together is, there's nothing more meaningful to me than that statement.
I retired from Salem-Keizer School District after about 25 years, and I watched kindergartners come in who were either ready for school or not ready for school, and not ready to do the kinds of engaging things that they needed to do. Sometimes there were kids who came in who just didn't have the social and emotional skills that they needed to be successful, either in life or in just they didn't have that I can do it and the confidence and the trust that they needed to be able to really engage with teachers. And it was so clear that the work with the families and with the kids needed to happen long before they were 5 or 6 years old. And so it was obvious that Family Building Blocks met that need.
It's very rewarding, very satisfying to be part of that process and watch children and kids thrive in a safe environment.
I started volunteering before we had children, and it gave me a whole new tool set that I had never been exposed to before, and I still use it 10 years later.
I think something I'd want people to know about the therapeutic classrooms at Family Building Blocks is that you learn so many skills. You're not just playing with the children. The teachers teach you techniques and practices that you can use right then and there with the children, and you can implement those into your life, be that with, I have 5 nephews, and so I find myself using the same practices that I'm taught in the classroom with them, teaching, showing them what they're doing, helping them with their language skills and with regulating their emotions. And I think those skills that you learn in the classroom, you take those away and you use those in every part of your life.
I also get to sit down and engage with the kids and play with them, and we've learned to narrate for them what they are doing, and that helps them, gives them words for their actions and for their feelings, and it's important work. I had been volunteering for about, probably 11 or 12 times last year, and was just beginning to really build relationships with the kids. And there was one little guy, a 3-year-old, who was just having a rough day. He was frustrated. He did not have his body or his emotions under control. And I went over and sat in the book corner, and he just came over and sat down, grabbed a book, handed it to me, and just slumped against my shoulder and needed a moment to just pull it together and de-stress. And so we read the book, and you could just feel him start to relax, and it was just a moment that he just needed somebody he could feel safe with and trust, and I was lucky enough to be able to be there. And then he took off running again and was fine the rest of the day. So just being able to be present in those moments is, I think, makes a difference in little brains and little hearts.
One in particular was at Doris's place at a play group, and there was a pretty good sized bunch of kids this particular day, and so the volunteers and the staff, and we're all busy, you know, encouraging them and smiling, and it was just fun to watch them go from toy to toy, project to project, and be part of that. And at the end of this particular day, a mother who had been there the entire time came up to me and thanked me for being an excellent role model for her son. And that just, you know, touches your heart.
I really believe that time is the most valuable gift that we can give in the community. Selfishly, I think you'll walk away with a lot more than what you walked in with. There's a lot to learn. The community of people who support Family Building Blocks feels a lot like family and has over the years. They make it easy. They really spoil their volunteers, but ultimately it is, I feel like we're called to action, and it's a great way to get to play with kids and contribute to something that you believe in.
Young families need all the help that they can get, and especially young families in crisis need all the help that they can get. And if we can be there to support the teachers as they do the work with the kids and with the families, it's worth being there.
Boy, it's just like every time you go to a play group, you know, you get to experience, you know, the kids, and again, they're thriving. And you know, they're child-led, and so you know, it's all their idea of what they're playing with and what they're doing in the activities, and it's just amazing to watch them, you know, given that opportunity to make those decisions on their own.
Volunteering at Family Building Blocks is a really amazing sense of fulfillment. I think when you can see the impact you're having on one child's life, you know that you're serving a greater purpose than yourself. And I think that that experience alone is enough to have you smiling every single time you walk out of the door at Family Building Blocks. You can help us keep children safe and families together. Visit familybuildingblocks.org today to sign up.